शङ्खचक्र गदाहस्ते श्रीनिर्मला देवी नमोऽस्तु ते। नमस्ते गरुडारूढे कोल्हासूर भयङ्करी सर्वपाप श्रीनिर्मला देवी नमोऽस्तु ते। सर्वज्ञे सर्ववरदे सर्वदुष्टभयङ्करी सर्वज्ञे सर्ववरदे सर्वदुष्टभयङ्करी सर्वदुःखहरे देवी महालक्ष्मी नमोऽस्तु ते। महालक्ष्मी नमोऽस्तु ते। महालक्ष्मी नमोऽस्तु ते। बुद्धि प्रदे देवी मुक्ति मुक्ति प्रदायिनी सिद्धि बुद्धि प्रदे देवी मुक्ति मुक्ति प्रदायिनी मंत्रमूर्ते सदा देवी महालक्ष्मी नमोऽस्तु ते। महालक्ष्मी नमोऽस्तु ते। महालक्ष्मी नमोऽस्तु ते। आद्यन्तरहित देवी आद्यशक्ति महेश्वरी योगजे योगसम्भूते महालक्ष्मी नमोऽस्तु ते। स्थूल सूक्ष्म महारौद्रे महाशक्ति महोदरे महापाप हरे देवी महालक्ष्मी नमोऽस्तु ते। पद्मासनस्थिते देवी परब्रह्म स्वरूपिणी पद्मासनस्थिते देवी परब्रह्म स्वरूपिणी परमेशी जगन्माता महालक्ष्मी नमोऽस्तु ते। महालक्ष्मी नमोऽस्तु ते। महालक्ष्मी नमोऽस्तु ते। श्वेताम्बरधरे देवी नानालङ्कारभूषिते श्वेताम्बरधरे देवी नानालङ्कारभूषिते जगत्स्थिते जगन्माता महालक्ष्मी नमोऽस्तु ते महालक्ष्मी नमोऽस्तु ते महालक्ष्मी नमोऽस्तु ते
ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् श्रीजगन्माता महालक्ष्मी साक्षात् श्रीनिर्मला देवी नमो
श्रीनिर्मला देवी नमो नमः श्रीनिर्मला देवी नमो नमः
Jai Shri Mataji. Good evening, brothers and sisters. Welcome to the evening meditation. Let us collectively do namaskar to our Holy Mother, bow down, rise our Kundalini, and put ourselves into Bandhan. Now let us watch the picture of our Holy Mother. Try to settle down and bring our attention inside. You can take a couple of deep breaths to bring our attention inside. Parama Puja Shri Mataji, we, your children, pray at your lotus feet and seek your permission for this meditation. Please allow to meditate upon your lotus feet. Let this meditation be done with a pure innocence. And please take us into deep meditation and bless us with thoughtless and doubtless awareness state. Shri Mataji, we have a pure desire and a little bit of greediness. Please bless us with the Parama Chaitanya, which is coming from you, and so that we can feel that Parama Chaitanya and be blessed with that. Now let us invite our Holy Mother into our heart. You can place the right hand on the left heart. Parama Puja Shri Mataji, please come in our heart. Please fill our heart with love and compassion and open our heart. Let your lotus feet be worshipped in our heart. And please enlighten our spirit. Let us take Shiva Parvati mantra once. Om Tvameva Sakshat Sri Shiva Parvati Sakshat Sri Adi Shakti Mataji Sri Nirmala Devyai Namo Namaha. Now you can bring the right hand on the lap with the full attention on Sahasrara. Let us take the three great Maha Mantras followed by Sri Ganesh mantra. Om Tvameva Sakshat Sri Maha Lakshmi Maha Saraswati Mahakali Trigunatmika Kundalani Sakshat Sri Adi Shakti Mataji Sri Nirmala Devyai Namo Namaha. Om Tvameva Sakshat Sri Kalki Sakshat Sri Adi Shakti Mataji Sri Nirmala Devyai Namo Namaha. ॐ त्वामेव साक्षात् श्रीकल्की साक्षात् श्रीसहस्रार स्वामिनी मोक्षप्रदायिनी माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री गणेश साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। श्री माताजी, verily, O Shri Ganesh, please bless us all the qualities of Sri Ganesha upon us, the pure innocence, the purity, chastity of Bodhita, and enlighten all that qualities within us. Sri Ganesh, verily you are the elder brother to us. Please teach us and guide us how to surrender ourselves at the lotus feet of Shri Mataji, just like you. And please enlighten our attention with all your qualities so that we are in your attention. Now let us bring our attention onto the left channel. Let us put the right hand towards Mother Earth, left hand on the lap. Let us take Sri Mahakali, Sakshat Sri Bhairavnath Sakshat mantra once. Om Tvameva Sakshat Sri Mahakali Sakshat Sri Bhairava Sakshat Sri Adi Shakti Mataji Sri Nirmala Devyai Namo Namaha. Shri Mataji, please remove all the negativities from our left channel, all the negativities which is coming from Tamogun through Mother Earth, and destroy them. And please bring us into balance. Shri Mataji, verily you are Shri Mahakali and Sri Bhairavnath. Please bless us the qualities of Sri Mahakali and Sri Bhairavnath onto our left channel and awaken that qualities within us. Shri Mataji, you are the pure knowledge. Please awaken that pure knowledge within us so that we can seek the pure desire which is worthy of your lotus feet. Now slowly bring your right hand on the lap, left hand towards the sky, and let us bring our attention onto the right channel. Let us take Sri Mahasaraswati Sakshat, Sri Hanuman Sakshat mantra once. Om Tvameva Sakshat Sri Mahasaraswati Sakshat Sri Hanuman Sakshat Sri Adi Shakti Mataji Sri Nirmala Devyai Namo Namaha. Shri Mataji, please take away all the negativities from our right channel, all the excessive eat, overplanning, overdoing, all the negativities which is coming from Rajagun through ether, and destroy them. And please bring us into balance. Shri Mataji, verily you are Shri Mahasaraswati and Sri Hanuman. Please bless us the power of Sri Mahasaraswati and Sri Hanuman onto our right channel and enlighten that power within us. Shri Mataji, verily you are the doer and you are the enjoyer. We do nothing. Shri Mataji, all the action we manifest, let it be done in line with our pure desire and be worthy of your lotus feet. Now bring the both hands on the lap and bring the attention onto your central channel. Let us take Sri Mahalakshmi Sakshat mantra once. Om Tvameva Sakshat Sri Mahalakshmi Sakshat Sri Adi Shakti Mataji Sri Nirmala Devyai Namo Namaha. Now slowly, let us bring our attention to the central Mooladhara Chakra and also where our mother Kundalini resides. Let us take Sri Gauri Kundalini Mata Sakshat mantra once. Om Tvameva Sakshat Sri Gauri Kundalini Mata Sakshat Sri Adi Shakti Mataji Sri Nirmala Devyai Namo Namaha. Shri Mataji, please make us innocent child like Shri Ganesh. Now you can place your left hand on the lever. Let us bring our attention onto the lever. Let us take Sri Nirmala Chitta Sakshat Mantra once. Om Tvameva Sakshat Sri Nirmala Chitta Sakshat Sri Adi Shakti Mataji Sri Nirmala Divyai Namo Namaha. Shri Mataji, please enlighten our attention so that we can keep our attention on our spirit at all the times. You can bring back the left hand on the lap. Now let us watch a short talk of Shri Mataji, where Shri Mataji tells about how to control your attention.
And last of all, the most important is your spirit. Spirit that resides in your heart. All this beauty is only perceived when there is light in your spirit. Otherwise, you cannot see all this beauty. You cannot enjoy it. Spirit is the one which is the diamond which shines on this beautiful ring of your body, mind, and your emotions. Most importantly, to the depth, you must look after your architect. And the architect, if your attention is all the time roving about, paying attention to 1001 things, then you cannot develop that concentrated penetration of your attention into things. And whatever you do is very superficial. It's not joy giving. So the combination should be that you should look after your should be of today, for example, you can have a very playful, mirthful time together, enjoy with each other. But you have to know that it has to come from your heart or from your spirit. So how that depth can only be possible if your attention is on the spirit and not on frivolous things. Because of that, you become thoughtlessly aware when you will be enjoying. And that whatever you do will be very genuine. It will not have that is why the second part is after the what you call it the part where you in collectivity. The higher chakra is after awareness, proper means balance. You have to go through the balance, and now in further you are balance in our food, in our
Jai Mataji, there's some disturbance in the voice. We are just rectifying it now. Just bear with us for a few minutes. things, but what is the most important troubles to your past ways. On your spirit. If your attention is on your spirit, then you develop that depth, that genuineness in your relationships. Now let us on our spirit now. As Mother said, let us ask ourselves, where is our attention? And let us try to bring our attention or spirit and slowly with the enlightened attention, let us raise our attention to our Vishuddhi Chakra and slowly to Agya Chakra. Let us take Jesus, Mary, Sakshat Mantra once. You can place the forehand on the right hand on the forehead. Om Tvameva Sakshat Sri Jesus Mary Sakshat Sri Adi Shakti Mataji Sri Nirmala Divyai Namo Namaha. Shri Mataji, we forgive everyone for everything, and we forgive ourselves for everything. We surrender all our ego, superego at your lotus feet, Shri Mataji. Now bring your right hand on the lap and try to bring your attention slowly to Sahasrara. With attention in Sahasrara, let us take Sri Nirvicha Samadhi Sakshat Mantra once. Om Tvameva Sakshat Sri Nirvichar Samadhi Sakshat Sri Adi Shakti Mataji Sri Nirmala Devyai Namo Namaha. Let us be in silence for a minute. With our attention fully in Sahasrara, let us listen to talk of Shri Mataji on the occasion of Christmas Puja in year 1992.
As Mahalakshmi, as Mother Mary. But then he was given to Sri Radhaji. And she for Upkar. I must have said lots of things about Christ before, and how Jesus Christ is related to Sri Radhaji. That he is the incarnation of Sri Ganesha, who was the son of the Adishakti to begin with. But then he was given to Sri Radhaji. And Sri Radha created as Mahalakshmi, as Mother Mary, this great incarnation of Christ. Now for the Western mind, it is impossible to understand how there can be a immaculate conception, because they have no sense at all, no sensitivity at all to spiritual life. We Indians can understand it. It's very easy for Indians to understand because we had Sri Ganesha created that way. We just believe it, we don't doubt these things. Whatever is said about God is not to be doubted with this limited brain. That's not done in India. But in the West, from the very birth of Christ, they have had arguments with this limited brain they had. And the whole religion, in the name of Christ, is just a perversion. Such a horrible things have been said that is unbelievable. His purity, his holiness, his auspiciousness is never understood in the West. I think those who follow Christianity, they be so debased in their moral character. They are all right for their political, their economical, you can say their legal side. But their moral sense is absolutely missing. It's very surprising. Those who are followers of Christ should have the greatest amount of morality. He has said that thou shalt not have adulterous eyes. Such a subtle thing. Even the eye should not have adultery, should not have lust and greed. Such a subtle thing he has said it. And just think, in the West, people could not follow it because the whole religion got perverted under the influence of Paul and Peter. It's a very serious thing they have done against Christ. It's still going on. Still this Catholic Church, though being exposed so much, is still going on in India also. All over is this stupid, this Protestant church also is going on everywhere. What good name have they brought to Christ? One should see. This thing he has said, that you must enter into the kingdom of God, that you must be born again. So it's all mental, you are born again, you have a certificate, we are born again, finished. So this mental attitude of the West is responsible for killing the great incarnation of Christ. I think is another crucifixion. Mentally, you cannot understand spirituality. So they were telling me about brain trust. I said, brain trust in, I can't understand in Sahaja Yoga. In Sahaja Yoga, what is the brain trust? Where is the brain? In thoughtless awareness, where is the brain? So this brain trust business might be all right for any other place, but for Sahaja Yoga, I still don't understand what do you do in brain trust. Because some people want to come on the stage and speak, you see, they have a kind of a madness. They can't get over it. So they might be coming to the brain trust, maybe. But it's not brain, it's the heart. It's the heart which has to be opened out. Because with brain, what we do is all kinds of materialism, all kinds of nonsense has come from human brain only, not so much from animal's brain. can see if you go to any forest, it's clean, nice, smelling so well. But put one human being there and you will know that this filth, dirt has come from some human being. So as it is, they have made a mess of all the great incarnations, but worst is done to Christ. And I feel what a waste it was. So we must understand Christ in the right sense. He is the eternal child. He is the innocence itself. He is the source of innocence. And He is the bestower of all blessings in all chakras. But that doesn't mean that you are Christians, you should be very proud that, oh, she's talking about Christ. Many I have seen Sahajogis are still identified with Christ, while they have nothing to do with Christ at all. Now one has to understand that how Christ in His miraculous life has shown so many miracles. First of all, His birth was immaculate. Any kind of birth is immaculate. They are beyond sins. They are special people. They may come as human beings, they may come as angels, they may come as anything. They are divine, and we should understand that this little brain of ours cannot discuss about them and talk about them, but is to just surrender and worship them. They are much beyond us. So for the Western mind, it is important to understand that the life of Christ was such a blessing for them that they have lost it, they have wasted it, and they have never understood how to respect it. The whole thing became like a political, economical, nonsensical fraud. What we call is the Bhakti. By looking at your left side from the right side, you see the Muladhara, you will see swastikas because it is made of carbon atom. If you see from left to the right, you can see Omkara. And if you see from down upward, it looks like Alpha and Omega. In those days, Christ has said, I am the Alpha and I am the Omega. And now we have made the animation, we have no arrangement to show you there. I don't know if you could arrange it somehow. But you can see clearly what I have said can be proved. So as you worship Ganesha, you must worship Christ in the same manner for all those who worship Ganesha. Because I have seen that Hindus, they are stuck to Ganesha. Our Christians are stuck to Christ. Even after coming to Sahaja Yoga, they carry those traits. Ganesha is all right up to a point, and then it is important we must pray to His incarnation, that is Christ. In the same way, those who worship Christ must also worship Ganesha because he is the source. He is the potential of Christ. All this was in the divine plan, done with divine discretion. Everything was done so beautifully. But as I told you, human beings are good at massacring anything that is beautiful. And that's how it has happened. It's very, very sad. And on his birthday today, we have to decide that he is to be born within us again in a proper way. That he is the Alpha and the Omega. At that time of his time, I didn't know that anybody knew about these symbols. these symbols also must have come from unconscious to some of the great mathematicians in long time, and that's why these symbols are used exactly like alpha and omega. You see him clearly. It is so clear cut now in Sahaja. We can prove so many things, all tangible. How Christ used to cure people. What did he do? It's all tangible. We can prove it now in Sahaja. How it works, how these powers work. But we have to first of all cleanse our lives. We have to lead a very honest, powerful and pure life. I've seen those stalls outside. I told them not to put up any stalls here, because they are making profit for themselves, not for Sahaja. Once Christ saw like that, and he took a hunter and hit all of them. Now I can't do that. One should not encourage these people. It's not a shopping center here. You have come for meditation. It's all right if you need anything. We have bought things for you. If you buy them, there might be little profit, may not be, but that will go to Sahaja. It's not going to be used for any private purpose. But these people from outside come and put up a stall and you all run about. Means you are still hanging around with that thing. You have come here for what? One should be in a meditative condition and shouldn't get to these mundane things which you always do outside also. But these people know that you still have those weaknesses. That's why they have put up the stalls. Leaders should stop all this nonsense. I've told not to eat outside. Last time all of you suffered because of that. But still the stalls are on. That means they know there are some culprits who would like to buy things from them and get sick and bring bad news to Sahaja. So the first thing of Ganesha is that wisdom. And that wisdom we see in the life of course. From the very beginning. He was so confident at the age of 12 years he went and talked to these Parsis, means the people who were priests. We still have the and all of them and all of them. So he went and argued with them at that young age. And he must be saying, what are you doing here? What is this? What are you talking? All lip service. And talking to them, but his parents were perhaps frightened that these people might kill him, so they brought him to India. He came to India for wisdom. I don't know where is that wisdom missing now from Indians. But must be this country was full of wisdom when he came and stayed in India. And we have lots of memories about him. Even the King Shalivahana met him. Is described in his book that he met a man in Kashmir who was very saintly, and he asked him, what's your name? He said, my name is Isa. See now, imagine, Isa. E is the word used in Vedas for the Adishakti. Sa means with. He said, my name is Isa. He said, from what country you come? He said, I come from a country which is foreign to me, and this is my country. So this India, the Bharat, the Hindustan, was the country of spirituality. And one should not try to compete and feel inferior to other countries who have gone up materially higher. You don't know where they are. But we should be spiritually high. That's what Christ said. this is my own country. It's clearly written. That means Christ recognized that this country of spirituality is his own. So we belong to that country of spirituality and not to the materialistic or to the mundane or the baser type of life. In his lifetime, which was so very short, whatever he has said, every word is great. But as I told you, that this Paul tried to completely change, re-edit the Bible, and he's put lots of things in there. Whatever weaknesses he has put there nicely. Now recently I have got a book which was hidden in a jar in Egypt for about till 50 years. They discovered it. And this book is called as the Library of Hammadi. The place was called Hammadi, where it was discovered. And what Christ has said, what Thomas has written. When Thomas was coming to India, he put all these things. It's very interesting. About drinking, he said, drinking begets debauchery. It's a bad word to use. And while Christians don't know, on the contrary, they think that drinking is allowed in Christianity very nicely. Was not to allow drinking. How can you allow drinking which goes against your awareness? But they thought it was nice. And that's what people have been using as a big attraction, that you can drink in Christianity. So in the other religion, like Catholic religion, you could have only once the marriage. So they have one marriage and 10 keeps. Is all right, allowed. In the Bible is written, only you can have one marriage, you cannot divorce. You do what you like. No sense of morality. And everything came like a derailment towards themselves. They accepted one after another all kinds of nonsense. And the basic thing of Christ's life is morality. He is on the left side, as you can see from Sri Ganesha. And then he establishes himself at Agya. But morality is the essence of his life. What we call in Indian language is character. Our character is how we lead a life of purity. We indulge into all kinds of nonsense. I mean, if you go to the West, you'll be amazed what things they do. I mean, you cannot even believe it, and I cannot even mention it to you. You won't believe that these so-called advanced countries are advancing towards God. Impossible. We cannot conceive it even. Such an impurity, such a horrible, destructive immorality. And I don't know from where it comes. I think something wrong with genetics. From where do they get these ideas? One after another. It's impossible to believe these people doing all these things and then nicely dress up and go to church on Sunday, pray to God and come back. Now it is for you to decide. You have to pull out all these people in your own countries. And you have to tell them, this is all nonsense in the name of Christ, in the name of God. You have to come up and talk about it. Same about Sri Ganesh. I have seen in Pune, I was surprised, there was Ganesh Mahotsav. Everybody was drinking nicely. The horrible dirty songs, some western songs, some horrible cinema songs put up there, and everybody was using as a disco, in front of Sri Ganesh. Sahaja should go and object to this kind of a nonsense that how could dare they drink in the presence of Sri Ganesh? No wisdom of Sri Ganesha, no respect for his auspiciousness. Now, not only drinking, doing all kinds of things. Sri Ganesha has been shown by these tantrikas as something so horrible, which is also done by so many psychologists, so-called, in the West. Thank God one of them, this Mr. Freud, is exposed now. So the another quality of Ganesha is shown in Christ's life is the devotion to Mother. In that book, Mary is telling them about knowledge. But this Paul objects to it. And she says that this is what you have to achieve. But he doesn't want to. He's arguing with her. But then Thomas said that what Christ has said on the cross, behold the Mother. She is the Mother of Christ. And how dare we insult her? Just the opposite. Paul never respected women. So he appointed, he called her as just a woman. No respect. For Mahalakshmi, no respect. Can you imagine? Just a woman. And a big controversy going on these so-called advanced people, whether the women should be ordained as priests or not. We think we are very backward, but I think we are so backward in religion. Nonsense. We had Gargi, Maitreyi, such people here. And we respect the Mother as the Adi Shakti. She is the one, we call her, the one who has created us. She is the one who looks after us. For us, she is important, Shakti is important. They don't call her Shakti, but a woman. And supposed to be very advanced people. And all of the nonsense they do in the name of advancement, it's impossible to tell. So my words fall short, feel so ashamed. In the name of Christ, celebrating the poor life of Christ. He came on this earth. They can't believe that he could have been so pure. A criminal cannot believe that others could be non-criminal. So we have to, within ourselves, see if we have developed that purity of mind that expresses through our eyes. Eyes have to become innocent. Otherwise they have no effect. If you are hankering after attracting other people and charming other people and all that, you are not a Sahaja. There's no need. Once the light is within yourself, people will know. As Sahajogis, you have to have the light of Christ in your own life. He was a young man who came on this earth, and how he did. He had nothing to do with Mary Magdalene, who was a prostitute, but he stood by truth. And when people started stoning her, he stood up and said, those who have not committed any sin can throw the stone at me. What a strength of truth. So not that only he was a pure personality, but purity also is expressed in truth. and his compassion and love. Such compassion he has expressed. Such compassion. I think Sri Ganesha got it transformational. Sri Ganesha is definitely very compassionate to people who are worshipping him. But those who go against them, he hits them hard. He doesn't bear. They have to suffer. This, that, everything comes. But those who are pure people, Sri Ganesha protects. But Christ is compassionate, he forgives. Because he believes that there could be a transformation. At the level of Sri Ganesha, he thinks it's better that let them be killed and be born again, because they're so impure. But Christ had hopes that he can transform people, but he could not. They crucified him. What wonderful people they must have been to crucify Christ. Brainless, we should call them. Absolutely without any understanding about spirituality. Very insensitive to true knowledge. So for Sahaja Yoga, only the wise can follow. It is not meant for stupid, idiotic people, nor it is meant for very smart ones. Some people think they are very smart because they are successful in life, they can say some smart sentences, they can say something very outstandingly, very sharp. It's not meant for that. For that Christ has said, meek in heart will inherit the earth. Meek in heart. Not those who think too much of themselves, but who are meek in heart will inherit the earth. Among Sahaja Yogis also, only those who are meek in heart will inherit the blessings of Mother. You have to be meek. You have to be wise. With wisdom you will become meek. Because then you will see where are we into this great cosmos. That you will feel that you have entered into this kingdom of God. For what? How? How have we come? How have we entered here? So many tried, thousands of years, sacrificing this, sacrificing that, standing on their heads, fasting. How is it suddenly we got this blessing? How are we there? When we start looking at this, we become meek. It's the blessing, the grace. It's not through our ego, through our conditioning, but it's just the grace, the compassion, the love, the Sandra Karuna. And then you enjoy your transformed life, the new dimension of spirituality, which is in reality. Now you know reality, you know totality, you know everything. But those who have not known themselves have not become Sahaja Yogis.
Now let us meditate for a few minutes. Try to observe each word of our Mother. Let us take mantra. Om Sakshat Sri Kalki Sakshat Sri Sahasrar Swami Moksha Padahi Sri Nirmala Devyai Namo. Thank you for joining today's evening meditation. We wish you Merry Christmas. Jai Shri Mataji. Thank you. Good night.